Okay, welcome back to the channel. Today's going to be a bit of a sit and talk. I've not done one of these for a while. I've got a couple of things I wanted to talk about and I thought I'd take you through them. So grab a brew, sit down, let's have a chat for a bit. First thing I wanted to talk about today was something a little bit off topic for me. I have talked about computer games before, talked a little bit about when the Nintendo Switch 2 came out and my feelings and thoughts on that. And I wanted to share some of my feelings and thoughts on the new release of Silksong. So I played Hollow Knight quite a few years ago. If I'm honest, I found Hollow Knight really difficult, and I actually found myself wandering around probably about 5-6 hours into the game, not really knowing where I was going, and I didn't really get to grips with all the different lands. I think I got through the first 3 lands as part of playing that. But I loved the bosses, I loved the way that it looked, and I did love the way that it played, but effectively I've got lost in the interest for it. And I've obviously been distracted by something else, played something else. I, as a person and a gamer, am a big fan of Dark Souls type games. I'm not a huge Metroidvania fan, but I was always intrigued for Silksong. I had it on my wish list on Steam, and I was really interested to see what this iteration was going to be like and whether it would offer anything different. The reason why I want to talk about it, I can't review it at this point in time. I have bought it. It cost £16.75 from the Steam store, but I've only played it for a few hours. But I wanted to share something with you that I think was relevant to the last conversation I've had with the Nintendo Switch 2. Cost £16.75 for what is a game that's been engineered by Team Cherry for quite a long period of time. Building on the success of Hollow Knight and how many millions and millions of copies that has sold, it feels like they're giving you a bit of value for money, and I wanted to really jump on that and just say, I think this is worth a punt. If you've played Hollow Knight and you're well into that game, this is a no-brainer, and you probably already bought it. So many people bought this game from all the various different stores, the Steam store, I think the Nintendo Switch store, online, that it crashed all the servers effectively at the time when they were trying to download it, which is pretty cool, and it's a testament to the demand for this game. I think it's been highly anticipated, mainly because I'm sure it's been delayed. I think we were expecting it out earlier this year, and if not a little bit before then. And it kind of fell off my radar. But then all of a sudden, my YouTube feed has been filled with stuff to do with Silksong. So much so that I bought it yesterday on the basis of that. And I haven't played it for about 3 hours last night. Not a long time. It's just got something that takes me back to when I first started playing Hollow Knight, and I got really excited about it. I'm hoping this time I don't get lost in all the different worlds, but I'm a bit more prepared to put a bit more time into it. I don't think I'll end up doing a full review of the game. The bottom line is I probably won't complete it. It doesn't mean that I won't have enjoyed playing that game, but there's far better gamers out there that are going to be able to give you all your tips and tricks and all the lowdown of the actual game itself through to the end. But I just wanted to say that £16.75, it's worth anybody having a go at this. It's worth anybody giving it a go. It's not like Team Cherry have massively capitalised on their early success with Hollow Knight and gone to the nth degree. So what I mean by that is when they brought Hollow Knight out, I think it was about £7 or under the £10 mark. And obviously they did millions and millions of copies. Now they could have took the industry line of take something that's really popular and charge 70 quid for it, and they haven't. And I just think that is brilliant for everybody. It's brilliant for gamers. There's loads of people kicking off from developers and gaming companies saying that they're doing the whole computer games industry a disservice. I don't think they are. I think what they're doing is really, really cool, and I imagine they're going to make absolutely millions on this. And they've given us a polished game, beautiful graphics, and a following that is so strong that obviously everybody's crashed the Steam store with it. And I just thought it was worthy. It's worthy of mention. I think if you've got any kind of remote interest in Hollow Knight and you wanted to give this a go, at £16.75, it's affordable for the masses. You're not putting 70 quid down on a game where you're just not sure whether it's going to be any good. So that was the first thing I wanted to talk about. Second thing was, I did go to Games Workshop's Warhammer World down in Nottingham. So I live in Manchester. Nottingham isn't a far drive for me, and I had reason to go down to the bottom end of the country a couple of weeks ago as part of the BMX racing and stuff I do as well. So went to Nottingham, went to Warhammer World, got there thinking I was going to video everything, and there is a lot of signage up saying that you can't video, but you shouldn't be videoing in Warhammer World. On that basis, I didn't film inside Warhammer World, but you will be seeing images from there where I've taken photographs from it. I was a bit gutted that you can't film in there. I did want to share that with people that just won't get that opportunity to go to Warhammer World. There's loads of people that watch my channel that aren't anywhere near the UK. And I wanted to share some of that experience with you. So hopefully I can share some of that through with the photographs I've got. To give you the lowdown on Warhammer World, obviously Games Workshop and everything Games Workshop-esque has been built from the UK. Nottingham was the centre of where I think Games Workshop effectively started. And when you look at the building layout of what we've got for Warhammer World, there are sort of studios there now. There are offices there, and then you've got the main facility of Warhammer World, and that is a place, if you don't know, where you come. It's an all-in-one Warhammer experience. You've got a restaurant there where you can eat, and you can have like relatively good food. Is the honest answer. It's not amazing food, but the food is pretty good, and it's kind of a Warhammer themed-esque menu. What I mean by that is they have stuff like Warhawk burgers and stuff, so they've kind of trademarked a couple of normal meals like burger and chips and stuff like that, and they've given it fancy names. You can drink there, you can get alcohol there, and more importantly, you can play a game socially with your friend. You can meet up. There's loads of gaming tables there, rows upon rows of them, and you can play a game, just like a couple of you, or you could organise a massive game. It's quite a cool thing to try and have a get together and get some people down there. I've done it before, and it's been really, really cool. Unfortunately, every time I've done it, I've ended up coming away with something massively expensive that I shouldn't have bought. That's a problem for me, not necessarily a problem for you. But yeah, I also find it massively inspirational. One of the things that they do, and they have done for a while, is they have a sales area where they have other people's models in there that they've painted over a period of time, possibly some of the lads that work there and other people that visit there and have and use their models for tournaments. They obviously hold competitions there. I think Golden Demon is held there as well at certain points in the year. And Golden Demon is like a big painting competition where they look at different categories of miniatures to dioramas and stuff like that, and give people awards for their painting skills and painting prowess. And imagine, you've got to set the bar really high, to be fair. These people that are painting at that level are absolutely phenomenal, no doubt about it. You've also got a really cool walk through display area, and that takes you through some of the Warhammer, it takes you through all of the Warhammer lines, and it brings you to areas of diorama for like different pieces of kind of Warhammer history and showcases of the Warhammer model. So it'll show you certain battles that have taken place in the Warhammer universe. It will show you things like the Imperial army all displaying their tanks a bit like a North Korea type parade. It's got everything, pretty much anything you can think of. There is a display for that. So if you've got a particular favourite part of Warhammer, so for instance me, I'm a massive Dark Angels fan, there is a bit that's just devoted to the Dark Angels. There's cool stuff to do with the Space Wolves and stuff on Fenris. They in their action dioramas, they have gone the extra mile with some of the custom work with the models, so they'll show you missiles and stuff going off. It's just awe-inspiring. If you've never been there before, it's absolutely mega. Now, I've been to Warhammer World probably between 5 and 8 times. I can't remember. I have been quite a lot over the years. And they keep building on that. There is one big display piece which has got the most models I've ever seen in my whole life in it, right kind of to the middle to the end of the actual tour that you go round. And it's huge. It's that big. It's kind of in a room that's about, I'm sure it's about 7 or 8 meters by 5 meters or so. It is huge, and it's a massive battle. You've got things like Warlord Titans in there. You've got loads of different areas, and they play this cool game every now and again, or at least they used to. I don't know if they still do this, where they had a Vindicate Assassin, and you would have to spot this little black miniature amongst all this chaos that was basically going on within that diorama. And if you did that, you got a free assassin figurine, which was really cool. Never won it, never found it. so it's one of them where I don't know if they're still doing that, but that was a really cool thing. They've got some other bits and pieces like chain swords like mounted on the walls. They've got a big Slayer sword with Golden Demon. It's got a bit of everything. It even takes you through some of the old stuff where the heavy metal crew, which is like the painting professionals that do some of the Warhammer painting for the magazines, have got loads of little displays and stuff in there. In general, all that stuff has been highly professionally painted. I'm pretty sure it's the heavy metal team that have done all of that. I don't think there's much from third parties, such as other people coming in. I think towards the end, I think there actually is a couple of customers and decent painters stuff there, but it is wicked. Whilst I've been talking, I've hopefully been showing you all the pictures that I've picked up from there, and I hope you find that interesting. I think if you ever come to the UK and you're a massive Warhammer fan, you've got to make that trip to Nottingham. It is worth it. I think admission for like the walk round tour, let's call it a tour, you go around there on your own, it's an exhibition I suppose, was about £12 for an adult, and I think it was £8 for a child. So don't quote me on that. Check the website for it, or I'll put them details down below just to let you know. But it was really, really cool. Just be careful though. You start seeing all the stuff on display, you start wanting it, which is horrendous. This is part of the reason why my Warlord Titan is just sat there staring at me now, asking me to paint it with a sad face. I think it hates me. But yeah, it gave me a load of inspiration to get going with the Warhammer stuff. I am still concentrating at this point in time on some of the Gundam stuff I've got. I've got a bit of a pile that I'm trying to get through. You'll see at a minute videos for Sky Defender, which is a non-Bandai product, which is like a big mech system that I'm making, which I'm really enjoying at this point. I'll be releasing videos in short succession. I am also building a MGSD Gundam Wing Zero. Spoiler alert, this is pretty cool. But yeah, I just wanted to sit down and talk about them two things. Went to Warhammer World, was planning a whole video for it. Didn't come off because I shouldn't be videoing in there. And I'm not the kind of guy who's just going to go and do what I wanted to do anyway and video it. I felt a bit bad about that. I even still feel a little bit bad about the photographs, but I think I just want to try and show and illustrate to you what this is, what Warhammer World is and how cool it is. And yeah, talk about that new game, Silksong. I'm so impressed that they're actually making that affordable for everybody and they're not asking for a stupid amount of money, building on such a massive amount of success. I think if everybody else could just pay a little bit of attention to that, I think the gaming world would be a better place. For me, gaming is dying a little bit for me. I'm not playing as much as I used to. And I felt disheartened with the whole thing. And this thing with Team Cherry perked me up. Really got me excited to play a new game. So much so, spent last night, downloaded it, played it for a few hours, and I had a really good time. I'll be picking that up when I'm not making models. Yeah, what do you think? Are you on the fence about this whole £16.75 in English money for a new game? Do you think it's going to ruin the industry? I can't see it. I just think it's a lot of people that are scaremongering and building what effectively are shells of games without much soul for a stupid amount of money, and then having to recoup that money by charging a fortune to do it. Yeah, That's my opinion. What's yours? Share it with me. I hope you guys are okay. I hope you're getting some modelling done. I hope my video finds you well. Just get some modelling done. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon.